Hello, everyone. Welcome to the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with Danae. We met on Facebook, and people always give Facebook a hard time, but there's beautiful people there doing beautiful work. And Danae, I know you're one of them. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone what is it that you do?
Oh, thank you so much, Melanie. I'm so happy that we did connect on Facebook so that we could have this conversation. So, I'm Danae Jensen. I am a plant medicine and healing guide based on Quadra Island, and I help spiritually attuned women and men in their healing path and self actualization by guiding them back to their true self. And I also have a line of organic herbal tea called Soulful Sips, which is plant medicine and ritual together. So those are my two
Oh, that's
passions.
so beautiful. What got you started in that?
Oh my goodness. Well, the paths weave together, as you can imagine, but it probably makes more sense for me to describe them each individually. So my own path towards becoming a healing guide started with my own need for healing.
Mm,
I was in the corporate world and I was suffering terribly from depression. And
mhm,
then eventually I started teaching childbirth hypnosis, and that was sort of my first, dipping my toes into this alternative medicine. And the hypnosis was so powerful and so magical that my fear
mhm.
of childbirth was completely transformed, and I had a comfortable home birth for both of my boys. And so I thought, okay,
Wow.
this is real magic. But I was still suffering from depression during that time. And so eventually, enough was enough. And I reached out to a dear friend who was a psychedelic facilitator in the then reemerging psychedelic space. And we journeyed together with sacred plant medicine. And it
Mhm,
was like 10 years of self help came crashing through all at once. My life was completely transformed. The depression was transmuted as I remembered that I actually love feeling all of my emotions, all the way up, all the way down, and I saw myself for who I truly am. It was such a powerful experience, just as powerful as birthing my son. And from that day forward, I knew that this was the path for me. I could turn my hypnosis into something different. I could pair it with plant medicine, which is how I guide people now. And so that was my path into healing guide. My path
mhm.
into herbal medicine started when I moved to Quadra Island and I looked around and thought, wow, what are all these plants and what do they do? And so I picked up some books, which is now turning into a little bit of a library all over my place here. And I just started to learn about the medicinal properties of the plants of the Pacific Northwest. And I started making tea for people. And then the two just started to weave together. I started pairing my tea with meditations and community circles. And I realized the tea and the rituals go together, and their Soulful Sips was born.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm getting shivers as you're talking about your experience because it's so beautiful, the journey and what took you here. That's really, really lovely.
Mm.
And so you're working with people in person, online. How does it work?
Both. So I work with people, my local community in person, and then I work with people further away virtually, unless they are coming to do a psilocybin ceremony with me, in which case they come and they stay on my property for 2 or 3 nights.
Oh, amazing. And for all of those watching that don't know where Quadra Island is and what it's all about, how would you describe it?
Oh my goodness, Quadra Island is paradise, but don't tell anyone. It's a beautiful island. It's part of what's called the Discovery Islands off of Vancouver Island. It's about a 15-minute ferry ride from our nearest larger town, which is Campbell River, which is North Vancouver Island. And it is wilderness and community. The community here is absolutely incredible. I couldn't have asked for a better place to live and to raise my children.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And for those that are outside, it's in Canada as well.
Oh, thank you,
It's
Melanie.
so
Yes.
close to Vancouver, British Columbia, right? Just for a reference point of where you are in the world. And not our, of course, spiritual world, but our actual practice world, just so they can pinpoint you. That's beautiful. I love that. And how do you work with people online? What's that like?
Typically, I work with a 5 to 6 week container with people, and I have basically a three-tiered offering. My first tier is the True Reflections Hypnosis Journey, which is a 5 week journey. It's self-paced, but it can also be done in groups. So every once in a while, about twice a year, I'll run a group of about 5 to 7 people. And that is a hypnosis journey that pairs nicely with microdoses. So the microdoses I find help to open that neuroplasticity so that the suggestions in the hypnosis can really land a lot more solidly. And I'm finding the results with the two modalities paired together is quite incredible. I'm also versed in internal family systems and root cause therapy. And so my hypnosis also has bits of that woven into it. And the journey itself really walks a person through reestablishing self trust, which I find to be the biggest barrier to healing is when people don't really trust themselves to actually do what is needed or to listen to themselves. So it awakens that self trust, it awakens the intuition or the ability to listen to one's own kind inner voice. And then it also walks through a decloaking process, which is a direct mirrored somatic experience from my psychedelic journey, because that's what happened to me. I found that I was wearing this big, heavy cloak in my journey, and there was a decloaking process that happened so that you can shine your light brightly. And so that's woven into the hypnosis journey as well. And then we move on to a little bit of integration, which is really just opening up to our higher wisdom and that which is greater than us so that we can receive the messages of what actually does soul aligned, blissful success and well-being mean to me. From that perspective, what does it feel like? What is the vision for my life? And then we go on to a more magical kind of ritual of launching that vision up into the universe. So that's the True Reflections journey. And now my next tier is what I call unbecoming, which you get the True Reflections journey as well as 5 90-minute virtual sessions with me where we'll actually do some root cause therapy together or we'll do some internal family systems work together. I also love doing dream analysis. So if you're a dreamer, I'm such a dream geek and I love the symbology of synchronicities as well. So we'll analyze, that and how that it's such a beautiful way to find out what is really going on in one's rich internal world, right? So that's the unbecoming. And I love the name unbecoming because that's really what it is. And I feel like that's what healing is. It's like unbecoming all the things that we're not,
Mm,
right?
that's
Because what we really
beautiful.
are truly is always there and it's sometimes just buried.
I love it. I love all of it. It brings me back to my bachelor's because my practice was on meditation and dream analysis and sleep therapy. So I just feel like it's so good that we're connected.
Oh, I love that. I love dreams so much. I love it. I have my own dream practice as well.
Mm,
So then the third tier is what I call abracadabra, and that is the psilocybin facilitated session. So you get the True Reflections journey plus the unbecoming sessions plus the retreat on my property for the ceremony. I call it abracadabra, but it's not a quick fix. It is magical,
right.
not a quick fix. It's very much I think of abracadabra as with my word I create. So it's intentional. It's actually very grounded and it includes the lifelong process of integration as well.
That's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. We'll have to put all the information in the comments so it's easy for people to find it for sure. Um, what else do you want to share with everyone that's watching?
Well, I'm really excited about my teas right now because I'm just in the
Right.
process of relaunching them and
Yes.
I'm having so much fun with this. I've been selling tea to my local community at markets for quite a long time, but now I'm really getting it out there into some retail stores and I've redone all the ritual tracks and the packaging and all of that. And I'm just having such a good time with it. And it's turning out to be even more incredible than I imagined it to be. So I've got 6 blends, and they focus on the areas of health and wellness that people tend to need the most,
Mm,
which are things like grounding, emotional processing, sleep. There's a nourishing one that's very mineral rich for supporting our bodily functions. There's a menstruation one, which the ritual, oh my gosh, I almost cried like 3 times recording that one. It was so good.
mm.
And then there's one for joy and self-love and a wilderness connection. So I'm just having such a good time with them.
That's amazing. It's so beautiful. And we can see your passion and your light. That's really beautiful to see. I always ask everyone that interviews with me, what is one conscious love to you?
One conscious love. Oh, it's such a beautiful question. And mm, first of all, it hits me right in my heart. I can feel the expansion with the question. And for me, it is connecting with that divine essence that connects us all. We all have that divine essence in us that is exactly the same. It's that compassionate, curious part of us that we all have. And one conscious love to me is living life with that divine essence in the core of what we do and who we are and how we make decisions. And I know we can't always be there all the time. And that's okay too. We're human and that's all right. But the more of us who can be in that place more of the time contribute substantially to that critical mass that is needed to make the changes in the world that we want to see. And we need each other to do that because we get muddied over and over and over again. But when we have each other, we can help each other to stay in that presence and in that space more often. And the world will change. The world will be what we like it to be.
I love that. That's beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it's so good to have you. And I hope that you'll be back on the One Conscious Love Network for events, for other interviews. You're always welcome. It's so beautiful what you shared today.
Thank you so much, Melanie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you soon.